Welcome to Bahrain for day 2 of pre-season testing. As you can see, this is a bit of a different video and a very special video. Massive shout out to Live Fast and Alfa Romeo because I've been invited out here to watch pre-season testing, making some amazing content also on the Live Fast channel, so don't forget to check that out. But for once, a roundup of testing is actually coming from the track. So yeah, I mean, we've been here for 2 days. I wasn't able to film yesterday, it didn't quite work, but what a crazy experience it has been. In terms of the roundup, the big news right from the moment we got onto the plane, of course, Kevin Magnussen is going to be driving for Haas in 2022. Who saw that coming? I mean, I'm so glad to see him back, K-Mag back in Haas, and there was just such a great vibe, actually seeing pictures and even seeing him in the paddock for myself, which was crazy. Everyone was kind of, dapping him up and just loving the fact that he was back. He was so happy with the team. And I mean, him and Mick Schumacher, that is going to be a fierce rivalry. I'm actually not quite sure how to call it. I mean, K-Mag is a quick driver. I think he's the perfect guy for Haas as well. I think he's going to work quite nicely with Mick, and it's just the vibe at Haas is just so much better. Also, as we are at the end of day 2, Haas were actually a little bit late to testing. It wasn't their fault. It was a bit of a shipping problem with Formula 1. So they actually got a little bit extra time just in the evening. And Kevin Magnussen has gone fastest at the end of day 2, which was also kind of crazy as well. Now, the big talking point from day 1, undoubtedly, the Mercedes side pods. We saw a few little rumors on Twitter, people talking about the fact that Mercedes were going to come with a side podless car. And I mean, they delivered. It's not quite side podless, but the packaging is insane. The power unit must have been absolutely just pushed to the max in terms of the packaging. The best way to describe it is that it is unbelievable. It swoops down so much, and especially the air intake is a lot thinner. I mean, I'll show obviously some pictures on the screen and also some B-roll as well that I was able to capture here. It definitely delivers on the wow factor. However, again, the incredible thing about being on track is that instead of going off watching the screens or even other people, you can watch for yourself. And Mercedes do not look great. I've spoken to a bunch of guys here as well, even some journalists in the pit lane, and they don't think the Mercedes is looking that good, to be honest. So, and from the track, it does look a little bit worrying. So, as much as there was a wow factor of seeing the brand new Merc, especially George Russell, a lot of lockups yesterday going into turn 8, not comfortable with the car. But certainly the team that I've been hyping, and they have delivered on the hype, is Ferrari. There is so much buzz, literally just talking to people around the paddock, even journalists. There is a lot of buzz around Ferrari. They are looking incredible. And I mean, we talk about, the Ferrari hype, but they are looking good. The car is just amazing to watch. When you watch it for yourself, your eyes don't lie. You don't know the fuel load, you do know the tyres, of course, but your eyes don't lie to you. The Ferrari just looks a little bit quick. They're always up there in the times. And just the way Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz are able to rotate it, do what they want the car to do is phenomenal. And you can compare it to the Mercedes, and George Russell and Lewis Hamilton are not as confident. When they turn in, there's a bit of instability. And yeah, it's looking good for Ferrari, that is for sure. Red Bull is another team that have been kind of keeping it low-key in terms of the times, but certainly they also look strong. McLaren actually had a bit of a rough day today, kind of a bit of a surprise. They looked so good after Barcelona, but they had a few little issues there and there. Another team that really surprised me in terms of the way the car looks is actually Williams and Alex Albon in particular. It did look like it just lacked a little bit of downforce, but he was really able to swing it around and throw it around. But they did have a bit of a spectacular brake failure today where the brakes exploded. So that was, hopefully they'll kind of get a little bit more running tomorrow. But again, that's kind of the big roundup of the first 2 days, just soaking in the atmosphere. Amazing to have that access. And again, thank you so much to Alfa Romeo and of course to Live Fast as well. And to be next to the track in the pit lane, see the cars for myself, kind of give more substance to my analysis as well, which is of course what my channel is all about. But again, that is the end of day 2. I will have another little roundup once we finish day 3. That of course will be the end of preseason testing before Bahrain. But yeah, that is it. Day 2 is over. I can't wait for day 3, and I'll see you there.